My Be Real just went off. Oh my god. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. Hey y'all, what's up? I'm Sabrina and welcome back to my book nook. I feel like it's been a really long time since I've sat down and done a book video. I know I said this like a billion times, but I really just haven't had enough time to read, let alone film a lot of videos. So I'm sorry, I'm not dead, I swear, but I decided the best way to deal with having a lot of stuff and having a lot of stress is to buy more books. Who knows if I'll read them. Yeah, that's my coping mechanism. I got my paycheck last Wednesday and I bought my books on Thursday. But also I figured it was time for another book haul. New season, new picks of books. I tried to go for like a dark academia selection, but one, that's very limiting, and two, it's hella expensive. Like all these dark academia books are so pricey, and for what? Y'all know me, but I love buying from thrift books, so a couple of these books are just from thrift books that I saw was on sale or like there was a good deal on them, so I just got them. There's actually another book that I just ordered because I had a free book coupon from thrift books, but it's for my school's book club. I did get Gone Girl. I haven't seen the movie either, so I'm super duper excited to read it. With all that being said, I think we should just get to the book haul. Okay, so starting off with the first book, we have If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. Y'all have no idea how long I have wanted this book. I've wanted it for over a year and a half, who even knows. My favorite book is The Secret History, and I've heard that if you love The Secret History, this is like its counterpart. It's another sort of dark academia thriller, except it has something to do with recreating a Shakespearean tragedy, I think. I'm not too entirely sure on the plot. Personally, that's just kind of a me thing. I like going into books blind. I got this one from Barnes & Noble, and I got it with a buy one 50% off, which I was very happy about because I did not know that it was an option for buy one get one 50% off. I also got like $14 off my order. I had some discount code applied because I use Honey. This is not a sponsorship, by the way. Honey has literally like never worked for me until I bought these books, so that was really surprising. I'm not sure whether I want to read this or The Secret History to kick off my fall era so far. I'm so incredibly excited for it. I cannot wait to read it. Euphoria by Lily King. So I actually have two Lily King books in this video. I'll get to the other one later. It was really cheap on thrift books for like pretty good condition. It was only like $4 or $5 I think. And I did like Writers and Lovers by Lily King. My sister read it as well and she was like, it's good, you should get some of her other books. And so I got this one based off what I read on the back, because I actually did read the back of this one. It's sort of like a love triangle slash character study between these three anthropologists in the 1930s, which I think sounds incredibly interesting, especially with Lily King and her writing style. I'm super duper excited. I'm hoping that it won't let me down, but also I won't be that upset if it did because I only spent like $5 on my books. But also, these awards right here tell me this baby can be trusted. I am expecting at least, I would say, 4 stars and up with this book. The Roughest Draft by Austin Sigmund Broca and Emily Wibberley. I've already read this book. Let me just say, I did not buy all the books in this haul at once. So some of these books are from previous purchases I've done over the past week or two. I buy like 1 or 2 books at a time whenever I stop by Barnes & Noble, which is like right near my school, so I go there all the time. This one is from, I think, like 2 weeks ago, but I've already read this and holy hell, you guys. I love this so much. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. To be honest, that might just be based off like the thrill of reading it, because I rate my books right after I read them, so it's always a little bit higher than it should be, but I think this is between like a 4.8 to a 5 out of 5 stars for me. It's so good. If you love Emily Henry, you will love this book. It's about these 2 writers who wrote a book together like a couple years ago, but then they got into this super big fight and they won't talk about each other. They won't even like write with each other anymore, and the whole public doesn't know why, but then they have to team up again to write another book, and so they're forced to be together for like 2 months in order to write and push out this new book. Like genuinely, I loved it so much. I read it in like 2 or 3 sittings because it was just, oh my god, it had me kicking, squealing, crying, laughing. It was just, oh, it was so good. I genuinely think this was one of my favorite romance reads of this year, and I read a lot of romance. This is supposed to be a book haul, so I'm not supposed to have read these books, but you guys should read this book. It's so good. So my camera just died, so if the lighting looks different and the positioning looks different, I had to recharge it and then film again. Okay, anyways, moving on. The Kiss Quotient by Helen Hong. Okay, sometimes reading the plot synopsises on the background may actually help you out, because when I read this book, I was in for a little bit of a shock. I was not expecting... It was good, it just isn't my typical genre of romance. Let's just say it had more smut content than I was used to in my romance books. That's on me though. I didn't read the back. I don't know what I was thinking. It was a good book. It was cute. I've also read this one, by the way. It just caught me a little off guard, to be honest. And I really do think that it's good to have representation. The main character in this one is on the spectrum. The rest of the author's books features main characters that are also on the spectrum, and I believe the author's on the spectrum as well, but I'm not entirely sure about that. A Visit from the Goon Squad by Jennifer Egan. I'm really incredibly excited for this one. I just realized I never took the tag off from thrift books on the back. Basically, I follow this account on Instagram called Celeb Book Recs. They had a post from Chris Pine, and this was one of his book recs, I believe. And then the weirdest thing happened is my friend who also reads mentioned this book to me and how much they loved it. You'll ever find something new for the first time in your entire life and then you hear it like multiple times throughout the entire day? Like, that's what it was like with me in this book. One thing about me is that I don't know why, but this is such a specific writing trope slash niche to love. But I love those stories where everything is always interconnected and all the characters are intertwined with each other. Like in the movie Love Actually, I love how in the end all the characters are like in the same airport and they're all connected to one another somehow. I love stories like that. And this is one of those little stories where it tells the stories of like a bunch of different characters and how their lives all intersect with one another, and it won the Pulitzer. So I mean, like, it's gotta be good. I realize it's not very like fall vibes-y. I feel like it could be though. I don't know, I haven't read the book, so we'll see. Her Body and Other Parties by Carmen Maria Machado. I have also wanted this book for an incredibly long time. I almost ordered it over the summer, but then I chickened out last minute, but now I finally have it. I am so excited to read this book. As y'all know, I love collections of short stories or like anthology. Those are my jam. I love it when things are short, condensed little stories within one book. It helps my short attention span. I also know this is one of Phoebe Bridgers' favorite books, so incredibly excited for that. And I've just heard a lot of great things about this book. I have really high hopes for this. I definitely feel like it meets the whole spooky fall aspect. Oh my god, this one has a little award symbol too. I feel like I'm getting like a lot of award-winning books, and I don't know how to feel about that. I usually stick to my trashy YA. We're gonna try to read all the spooky fall type books actually during fall, and the rest I can push off till later. We Have Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson. Also another book I've wanted for nearly a year, over a year now, who even knows how long. Once again, it's fall, it's spooky, it's a thriller, it's a mystery, it fits the vibe. But also because the book club at school that I'm in is reading this, because I may or may not have suggested this as an option so that I could finally read it. I actually have to read the first 50 pages of this by next Friday. It's about... what even is this about? I know what it's about, but I don't know how to explain it. But there's also a movie with Sebastian Stan and Alexandria Daddario. I am excited to watch that with the rest of my book club. I love my book club, you guys. If you're not in one, I would totally recommend joining a book club. It's actually so much fun, especially when it's just you and your friends. I'm so excited to read this book, and this is one book I will definitely be reading because I have to. Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. This is also a book that I've been eyeing for a couple months, maybe like half a year-ish. This is also another romance book. I wanted another rom-com book to sort of even out some of the more serious, depressing, gloomy books on this list, you know? And I just couldn't help myself. I needed one little romance book to just fill the void, I guess. But I heard that this is one of those books for people who love movies and like cheesy rom-com tropes. I am one of those people. It's also another like high schooler romance, which I feel like I can then relate to some more. Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. I actually am very excited for this. I also feel like it sort of fits the whole mystery thriller vibe of fall. I know that there's a movie with Andrew Garfield in it, so excited for that too. It's also one of those boarding school books, I'm pretty sure. I heard a lot of good things about it. It's a classic. It's also, I think, a little bit controversial. I'm not sure about that part, but I know that a lot of people have different opinions on it, but I really just want to read it and see what my own opinions are going to be. That's the thing with a lot of books. You can't really trust people's opinions because obviously everyone's gonna not agree on the same books, so it's just really, you gotta read it for yourself and find out. We're gonna speedrun the next two books because my camera's about to die again. The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, which is the final book in the Inheritance games. I've also already read this one. I got it, I think, like a week after it came out, and needless to say, I am happy with who Avery ended up with. That's who I was team. I was team that brother. I'm glad she ended up with him. Do I feel a little bit bad for the other brother? Maybe. I don't really care though. I don't care that much. But this was actually, I would say, better than the first two books because I feel like the writing has matured a little bit and the plot isn't as crazy as the first two books are. Like, I feel like she isn't just throwing in plot twists for the hell of it anymore, which the second book was definitely, oh my god, like plot twist after plot twist. It felt a little bit ridiculous. But this one, I feel like it was a little bit more grounded, and I really, really love the ending. Like the little epilogue scene. I can't stop thinking about it. Like, it's actually so good. I love that part. Really quickly, the last book is 5 Tuesdays in Winter, also by Lily King. This is the second Lily King book I mentioned, and like I said, I am a whore for collections of short stories, so I got another one. And this one was 50% off at Barnes & Noble because it was 50% off select hardcovers, so of course I had to get it. Like, I had to get it, you know what I mean? Got it a while ago though, and I still haven't started it because I have a bunch of other books to finish, but I am thinking it's probably gonna be more of a winter book, so I probably should have got it in the winter. That's fine, I can just save it for the winter. So again, I am taking a little bit of a risk buying 2 more Lily King books. I liked Writers and Lovers. I didn't like it that much, but I am hoping that her writing style will really just shine through in these other 2 books, and I'm just gonna end up loving them. So that's all I have to say. Sorry about rushing through the last couple of books. Thank you so much for watching. I will try to upload more videos soon, but we'll see how many books I'm able to read. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, don't. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe, only if you want to though, and I will see you all next time. Bye.